Country Crock has released new plant cream, and we got our hands on something thanks to Country Crock for sending it to us.
Yep.
We couldn't find it anywhere local, but we were, I don't want to say desperate, but excited to get our hands on this to test it out because it's whipping cream.
I'm pretty sure, excitement is not a synonym of desperate, but
it's not.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I don't know what word I was thinking in my head, but like it didn't.
Excitement, I thought we were too, but saying we were desperate, I had to reevaluate,
So I'm going to jump straight into the pricing. If you can find this, it appears to at least be at all Kroger and Kroger brand stores. It is $3.99. It is 16-ounce container, and that puts it right smack dab in the middle of like cheap store brand dairy-based heavy whipping cream and the organic one.
Okay.
So you're like right in between there somewhere. Which I think is nice. It means it's not overly priced compared to, when we talk about like dairy alternatives.
Yeah.
Typically they're astronomically priced in comparison. This doesn't seem to be the case for that, which is nice.
What is this as far as the comparison in terms of, you said the pricing was good in comparison to like dairy products, but what about the ounces? Or like, is this smaller in ounces or is it still the same? Because, if they're smaller, then we're pretty much in the same boat that we normally are.
So I did that comparison to be smack dab for the same amount of ounces.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so literally ounce for ounce, we're smack dab in the middle of those, the cheap versus organic one.
Perfect.
All right, so as far as allergens go, have you looked at this at all, the ingredients?
I thought it was, I did. And when we first got it, it was just a brief look.
Okay.
Only thing I recognized or I took from it is that the list is much smaller than I would have anticipated. But that was pretty much all I got.
Okay, so as far as allergens go, this actually doesn't have any top 9 allergens, which is surprising because I think a lot of people would assume that there's going to be like coconut oil or something inside of it.
For sure, yeah.
So there is corn and I thought I saw sunflower, but those aren't top 9, but they are something that people have asked us to call out.
Yeah.
There is oil inside of it, but it is palm kernel oil and canola oil and palm fruit oil. But what I was surprised about, the first ingredient is plant milk, and it says that is made up of water and lentil protein.
Huh.
So I guess they're using almost as like a aquafaba, it sounds like, type of thing going on, but lentils instead of chickpeas.
Yeah.
Which makes me now want to test out like lentil water. We can whip it.
You can. Yeah, you could whip other canned beans water. Or aquafaba, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
You can whip others. It's the flavor of the others that are just like, so I guess what you could say is like incriminating when it comes to like whatever you're tasting. You're like, oh no, I don't want that in, this.
We did it with black beans and kidney beans one time, and the taste was just like, can't imagine putting this in a dessert.
No.
So maybe lentils gives that same like.
Although black beans are actually pretty good as a dessert if you're doing like brownies or something.
Yeah, make like a black bean mousse or something. I don't know.
You never know.
It is 45 calories in 1 tablespoon, but again, we're talking about heavy whipping cream and not like a low-fat skim milk. So I think that's comparable.
Basically saying the expectation for high calories are there.
Yeah, there is no protein in this.
Okay.
So that I think, I don't know, I guess
there's no protein in 1 tablespoon.
Yes.
So it's too low to give a rating. So obviously we have no idea.
I guess if you drink the entire carton, you might get something.
I mean, even more than a tablespoon. Maybe you go like, a quarter a cup. You probably got, maybe a half a protein. Who knows?
Yeah. I did just want to call out some things. They sent us a little cheat sheet. It does say that it's a 1-to-1 swap for dairy heavy whipping cream in any cooking or baking recipe. So I kind of want to
strong words there.
All of that out.
Yeah, any.
And then it does say that this is 100% vegan, dairy-free, soy-free, and certified plant-based by the Plant-Based Food Association. It is 29% less saturated fat than dairy heavy whipping cream, which is nice if you need to watch that. The only other thing I wanted to point out before we get into, what does this look like and stuff, is that it does give a recipe for what they say you should do for whipped cream. And it does say that to blend it until the cream thickens and stiff peaks form.
Okay.
So we were wondering, like, can you get like those stiff peaks, like turn the bowl upside down? And I would assume that they're saying that it can, based on.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, if this is being compared to heavy whipping cream, then you have to believe that it can do everything that heavy whipping cream can do, especially when I thought I said something else at first. Especially when it says any cooking and you know what I mean? It's not like it's like giving recommendations for which ones you should do. Yeah. So
I said that was the only other thing before, but I do have one more thing, because I always have one more thing. But
why not?
It does say that it has to be refrigerated 4 hours before using it as whipped cream.
Okay.
Which I guess makes sense in some cases, but my hesitation would be if you made like a whipped frosting. You know how like you can use heavy cream to make like that whipped frosting? Will it break down if it sits out too long? Do you know what I mean?
That's for any though, even with dairy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for any. So temperature, regardless if you're doing dairy frosting that has whipping cream in it or not, it's gonna break down pending the temperature. So regardless, you're still in that same boat. Yeah.
So we are going to do two things. We are going to pour this out and look at it. Is it thick and stuff? And then we are going to try to whip it and see if we can get those stiff peaks to form. They did only send one, so we're kind of limited on how much we can do. But hopefully that gives you guys a good idea, and then we can, hopefully we get it to our local area soon, and then we can start playing around with it more and giving some more suggestions. All right, so what are your initial thoughts now that we have it poured into here? I'll just jump out and say it has like a yellowish hue. It's not like super white, but I also don't remember, this dairy heavy cream have a yellowish?
I don't 100% remember, but I feel like it does. Yeah.
You can tell how thick this is. Like it literally like immediately coats, like you can see there's nothing there, and it's definitely coating. It's definitely thicker than any like traditional plant-based milk.
For sure.
Even accidentally spilled some liquid gold, aka this. And it was like on there, like it took me a second to like wipe it up. It wasn't like, just easy to wipe up.
To clean up, yeah.
Not that it was hard, but you know what? It's not just like simple swipe. Like,
it wasn't like cleaning up water or something.
Residual left behind.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So it's funny. You started off asking me what do I think and said you'll just hop in. So I was like, okay, I guess she just doesn't care what I think anymore. But a bunch of points to agree with. So the thickness of it is pretty fierce. So that's nice. And then as we were pouring, really smooth. I wanted to smell it, but I was like, well, I guess it's only you and I eating it, or tasting it. So
when don't you smell stuff,
I don't know. But I wanted to smell it. It smells, I don't know why, but I get like the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes kind of smell from it.
I can see how you get that.
I get like, maybe it's cornflakes that I'm smelling, like the cornflakes.
This says there's corn in here, right?
Is it?
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch? Yeah, I get like cornflakes, like a cornflake smell from it. Do you get that?
No, honestly, like if you smell, you know how like you squeeze, you get like the aroma, like it smells like cream.
I get the cornflake smell. I swear I smell some cornflakes.
Creamy cornflakes? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, like it gets me pretty excited to try whipping it and see what happens.
Yeah. I will. It's been a really long time. So Silk also had came out with a plant-based whipping cream. We did that when it came out.
Some years ago, right?
Yes, but we also can no longer find it, even though apparently they are still making it.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, this is much thicker than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't even say. Like, yes, I remember the milk, but that is a hard comparison for me.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's get into what everybody wants to know is, does this whip? So, we have stiff peaks, nothing comes out. You can see from here, hopefully that shows up.
What are you doing right there?
Just like, hopefully like
Sweetheart, they're gonna have the clip that's over top, so it's gonna show them both.
Okay, so, I mean, it took what, 4 to 5 minutes? To get to this
Ish.
Yeah.
I would say probably less. Probably somewhere between that 3 minute to 4 minute area.
Yeah.
Because we kept stopping, remember, kind of to look at it and analyze and stuff.
So what's your thoughts?
I
will not interrupt you this time.
What's your thoughts? As soon as you start talking, I will not interrupt you. All I was gonna say is that it does the job so far. I think tasting it would make obviously a difference, but as of right now, it did the job in about 3 to 4 minutes. I mean 5 if you're really pushing it, and it's standing up. And we had this. It'd be funny if it kind of fell out right now.
Right.
We had this out of the refrigerator for probably about 30 minutes ish before even trying. So that's kind of nice to see that it's doing the job just like you would get from a dairy version.
Yes. You want to taste it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, come on. So the recommendation from Country Cream, Country Cream? Country Crock.
It's a brand new place.
New place. Is to add a little bit of powdered sugar and vanilla inside of this, and so that we just followed their
similar to what you would do with, dairy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. There wasn't no countdown or nothing?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Tastes just like I remember. It literally tastes like traditional Cool Whip. Like straight out of...
That's really good. I don't get the cornflakes anymore. That's really good.
I like it a lot. So what you're going to use this on everything when we can find it locally? You're going to see like dollops of like Oliver Andrews desserts.
Let's get out of here. I mean, this is nice. It's really nice to have a product that's like allergen free all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how healthy that stuff is, but if you're doing something with heavy whipping cream, you're probably not eating anything healthy anyway.
No.
So what does it matter?
Yeah.
So as long as you're not indulging in this in like a every other day manner, I think that if you're using it on your, your desserts, your treats, your things in that nature, maybe on top of some pancakes or something, then it's gonna do the job.
I know you think I'm probably weird, but I just wanted to taste it straight out of, this is still the jar straight out of the carton, because I know some people obviously like heavy whipping cream for like Alfredos and stuff like that. So I wanted to see if there was any sweetness inside of here. Okay. And I don't get that at all. It does say there are 0 sugars added or 0 total sugar, so it shouldn't have been, but I was just curious. That's all.
That's kind of the only time I typically use, heavy cream in the past outside of some type of dessert would have been like Alfredos and stuff. Yeah. Like pasta dishes.
Right. I know some people put it in like, like a one of those like bisque type of soups, like they'll drizzle some on top or stuff. Yeah. So like all of those things you would want
sour cream or something too.
Yeah. Yep. You would want like a non-sweet version, but I'm impressed. I am excited to actually get it local to us so we can purchase it. I did try to get our local health store to get it in and they couldn't. So I have exhausted my options until they expand outside of Kroger store.
There you go.
Maybe we need to make like the drive to like, I think, doesn't Maryland have a Kroger? Like we need to like drive 3 hours just to like, like I need a carton or a case of.
Yeah, right. We're not traveling that far for this. You're making this sound like the best thing that's ever made. Like we're gonna go out of our way about this to go do it.
Like
how often are you using heavy whipping cream?
I used to use it a lot before we were vegan. We would make all different types of things, like strawberry shortcake and frostings and like dips and stuff, like fruit dip.
I must not remember anything before vegan because I remember using it, but we ain't used it that much that we're gonna go drive 3 hours out of our way to go buy a carton of it. It doesn't have to be
out of our way. We can make a vacation out of it.
Making a vacation to go buy some whipping cream now. Oh my goodness. The things that we do for whipping cream.
No, I think we've gone into like our normal tangent aspect of the video, so it means we're wrapping up.
Yeah,
so.
Understood.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So if you can find Country Crock, not Country Cream.
I mean, it is cream from the crock.
You and your lame dad jokes. Guys, the older our kids get, the worse they're getting. They're so lame. Highly recommend this if you can find it. I think you'll be thoroughly impressed. If you have tried it, let us know in the comments what you think. If you have another new product that you want us to try, also let us know in the comments and we'll see if we can scour it up or the company will send it to us.
So we can scour it up.
Scour it up. Thank you to Country Crock. I keep wanting to say cream. For sending this. As always, this is 100% our own opinions, even though it was sent to us. So hope you guys have a fantastic week and we will see you in the next video.
Nice job, Country Crock, for this product and believe in good.
Peace.
Peace.